Who goes there? Who's there? Are you referring to me? No! No! I still have so much to accomplish! I still have so much left that needs doing. This makes no sense. None of it. No sense at all. It's a nightmare. That's it. So be it. Rational thinking only. This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Madness it is, as mad as the moon, contains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become. These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here!
My head's spinning. It's locked, all right.
Clever fucking beast.
I'm still in Southwark. I must reach the west.
Die, vermin!
Back home. A strength I never knew I had.
Not been bitten.
It's locked.
It's dead, all right.
Crush the lady, boys!
This shouldn't be possible. I tell you, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body.
You're mine, vermin! I'll send you to hell.
It's dead, all right. Oh, this one stinks already.
There's one of them! Watch yourself!
We have to stop it! Every sinew, every fiber of my being is afire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human anymore. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I have this thirst for blood. I cannot enter. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. I can't believe I'm doing this. What will London have to say to me? I've so many questions unanswered. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Fresh blood. The smell is so strong. Something dire must have come about. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. This is despicable. That's strange. The trail is very erratic, as if the killer was drunk or hesitant. At last, a little life.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Whoever he may be, the killer recently entered this bar. Maybe some of the locals saw him.
Hello, sir. Are you all right? Is there any way I can help you?
I don't know. Maybe you could just talk to me.
Maybe you prefer to speak with Tom, then. He's more agreeable talking to strangers.
I'll leave then. Thank you. Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
I'll leave you to your bottle then.
My God, sir, you look like Jonah's whale just spat you out of hell. Can I get you a drink?
No, thank you. I'm not thirsty.
Well, grab a chair and get some rest. This is going to be another long night.
I'm looking for someone who might have passed through here recently. Wondered if you might help.
It's been quiet tonight. The only other person I've seen went straight up to his room. Thought it was kind of rude, actually.
You mean he's still here?
Well, yeah. He paid for the entire week.
I need to meet this man. I have questions.
Just climb the stairs and knock on the first door. I heard him open his window, so I guess he's still awake. And,
Yes?
no funny business. You hear me? This is a respectable establishment.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area,
They do not pursue me.
but they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think someone is eavesdropping.
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire! Who are you? I mean you no harm, saith the vampire. Present yourself! I need a word. Anyone?
Well, that's something I can do for you.
And who... Who might you be?
Tell me, who are you?
First, tell me what you want. Then I may tell you.
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the night, pale as a corpse and shaking like a tree. So please, indulge me.
Someone is molesting people. In fact, killing them. Biting them.
The calling card of a vampire. Like you.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. I'm a victim here too.
I believe you.
Then if you are not a vampire, who or what are you?
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me find the culprit.
I may. If you'll first tell me why you opened this door.
I followed a trail. The scent of blood from a recent victim. It led me here.
You thought I was your aggressor. That explains a great deal. We are both chasing the same shadow.
Perhaps. This is all new to me. I'm not even certain what I'm looking for.
You should let me handle this affair. You've no idea what you're up against.
No. I will find the monster. He is mine.
How will you do any better than I? But then let me ask you this. What are your intentions if you find the killer?
I will at last have the answers to my questions.
Then I can only wish you good hunting. And pray we shall meet again. I'm certain we shall meet again.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something.
Evening, sir. Can I help you?
I have a few questions for you.
Well, if you must.
I spoke to Dr. Swansea. He's not the man I'm looking for. Now, I want the truth.
The truth? What do you mean?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight, and I don't think Tom wants to tell me about it.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay? If Tom says you're the only visitor we had, then you're the only visitor we had.
I can feel your fear, madam. Please, tell me what's going on.
It's Will. William Bishop. He came in here earlier tonight and he... Well, I thought he was going to clock someone.
Tell me about this William Bishop.
Will was a sailor who worked at the cannon factory before he lost that job. A nice bloke, really. He's never been violent. Until tonight.
Why keep it a secret? Why not tell me about it?
Tom's nothing if not loyal. After Will lost his job, he offered him one ear. They used to be good mates. But recently, well... Will started to get very aggressive.
I see. Thank you for your candor. I'll be sure to talk to Tom.
Look, I told you everything.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
And you're still ugly as sin.
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades. You murdered someone, blame the sewer dog, eh?
You make it sound like it's a fairy tale.
People will always believe in monsters. It's easier than accepting their own darkness. We can all be monsters.
I'll leave you to your bottle then. Hello, sir. May I just...
And you're still...
I'll leave you...
Welcome back. Did you find what you were after?
I can't say I have. Are you sure no one else came into your bar before I arrived?
Hey, I told you, you were the only other stranger I've had.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William.
Yes, Will came by tonight, but he's not my friend anymore.
Why lie to me if he is not your friend?
I didn't lie. I said you were my only unannounced customer, and that's the truth.
Who is he?
William? Just an old sailor who loves his gin too much. He worked for years at the canning factory before it closed.
How was he tonight? Was he different?
Sicker than usual, perhaps. He whined and mumbled about how mean people were to him and how he'd like to talk to me outside, and then he left when I refused.
Is he dangerous?
Yeah. Like many drunks, he's all bark and no bite. He can barely stand up most of the time.
I need to find him. It's a matter of urgency. Do you know where he is?
You could try his boat. It's up by the North Pier. He sleeps there when he's too drunk to get home.
Please describe him to me.
What'd you expect? He's a tall, sick bastard with a bad rash and torn old clothes. William used to be strong. Now he's a mess.
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I don't want him back here unless he cleans up his act, okay?
I will get to the bottom.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
Bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me? To this city? The body is still warm. This man has just been drained of blood. Blood and empty gin bottles. This bishop fellow is something of a heavy drinker. This corpse has been dried of its blood, just like the previous victim. This man was armed. He tried to defend himself. What's this? Some sort of note. These men, they're a company of professional vampires. There are blood splats on the other side of the canal. I must reach that barge.
Over there!
ammunition crate. Good. I may need a lot of bullets. I feel like I'm back on the front line again.
All the more reason to shut it, Mr. Billy. If the man says bloodsuckers don't get here, you've got one job, and that's...
Steady, boys! We've got one of them!
Filthy piece of shit!
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
I like their scream, bird of a lie.
That's this nest of them cleaned out.
We won't see any of these bastards back here again.
Stupid beast! It's on him! It's on him! Christ! He's dead! Fuck! It's burning! Fuck it!
Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'll not betray your trust. Overcome this. We've done it before.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
William, my arm. I can't feel it.
This creature is bedeviled. I must put it down.
William, please. Stop. William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by skull?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed this drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me.
This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some subspecies of vampire? I must find a... place to analyze the blood.
Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... What manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... Who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that skull. You must know who she is.
And I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed. A surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it! I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again. From a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. Coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. It's okay, Jonathan. I'll see you later.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah, it's my turn! Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seed of life. Drink at this river, dry it all. Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite!
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly the way to get rescued.
Alright, sorry. I am in pain here. My guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death. didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
Doctor, where have you been? I've little time to play hide-and-seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Apologies, I've only just met him the once. This is sudden. I've only just returned to England.
Dr. Swansea is a brilliant surgeon and the most compassionate physician.
And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Are you really smuggling weapons through the hospital?
And why not? I've already been attacked by patients, you know. And by gang members willing to steal my money.
But you're not defending yourself. You're selling guns to civilians.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor. I offer them another way to protect their health.
How is the situation around here?
You want to hear the situation is all right? It's fucking awful. We lack everything. And it's getting worse every day.
So what do you do exactly in this hospital? Apart from smuggling guns, I mean.
I've been an ambulance driver since... too long, I guess. I'll bring sick people here night and day. It's a dirty job, but I get it done. Most of the time.
Since you're on the front line, how is the sanitary situation in this vicinity?
It's a complete disaster. It's even getting dangerous to enter some streets or buildings. Even the locals attack you.
It sounds like things have been a bit rough recently. What's happened?
Yesterday I got attacked by the patient I was bringing here. I escaped through the hospital's garden, but I lost my wallet when I was running.
You left an infected patient outside the hospital? That's incredibly dangerous.
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor. I'd rather not bring your dead body back.
Do you need any medical help, Milton?
I'm fine, Doc. Physically, at least. But I would give everything to be in a better place right now.
So what do you do exactly?
I've been in
I'd like to see your...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
I'd like to...
Wise choice.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'd like to...
Wise choice. Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Cadigan fellow.
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening, sir.
So it is true. The famous Dr. Reed has joined us. I can't think of any better news during these terrible times.
Do we know each other?
Actually, yes. We met once before, at the Rockefeller...
Dr. Tippett, yes, I remember. I was assisting Professor Carell in his research about coronary bypasses. He had nothing but praise for you.
He was also very confident about your future. And look at you now. Eminent surgeon and blood
I can't go to
fusion specialist.
Get on the plane. There's something different about his agenda.
What is the Pembroke Hospital situation? And please, speak freely.
This hospital is not exactly the best of London. I'm sure you are used to working in a better environment.
It's more than enough. In any case, the personnel of a hospital are much more important to me than the building.
Don't be misled by appearances, Dr. Reed. This hospital does not lack talented people. It just lacks hope.
What can you tell me about the staff in the hospital?
Xbox One.
Some are really good, and others are not so good. But during this troubled period, there is no time for slander. I prefer to focus on the positive character traits.
Make the leap.
Tell me more about cherished people.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl. She is the most helpful and dedicated nurse I've ever worked with. A clever and cheerful woman.
You really seem to admire her skills.
I'll go even further. If she was a man, she would be a damn fine practitioner.
Any opinion about the management?
I don't always agree with Dr. Swansea's reserve, but I must admit he does all he can to keep this facility running during this crisis.
Ah yes, the burden of command. I was fed up with this concept while serving as a medical officer.
Don't get me wrong. Swansea's a good administrator. I just wish he would get out of his office now and again.
Where's my phone? Stream instantly or download your purchased movies to watch later.
Woo! Let's go!
Movies anywhere. Your movies together at last. Download the free app today.
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett.
I have been thinking.
You have no idea how much you're scaring me right now.
What do you want about me? You'll find out.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed, the new surgeon here at the Pembroke.
Dr. Swansea has already told us about you, sir. I'm Nurse Gwyneth Brannigan. Welcome to the Pembroke Hospital.
Did he really? It's a good thing I wasn't hoping to keep a low profile.
All members of staff have already read about your new blood transfusion technique. Dr. Swansea made sure of that.
I see. Well, I'm a little surprised, but I suppose I'll just have to deal with this unexpected notoriety.
You must know, blood transfusions are Dr. Swansea's primary subject of research. He is convinced it is the future.
Что там? А, бунт? Не, ну как рекламировать игру, которая не платит деньги? Что за глупости? Нет, так нельзя, это точно.
How are things here?
Not good, to say the least. We're struggling against an invisible enemy, more lethal than any bullet from a gun. It's hard, Doctor.
An invisible enemy? Quite a poetic term for a disease, especially from a nurse.
Sorry, Doctor. These last few weeks have been exhausting. We could all do with a good night's sleep.
Do you think this hospital can survive the epidemic?
We are all volunteers here, and we're trying to hold fast, but how do we beat an invisible killer? Some nurses have already resigned.
Не, после этого, конечно, придется, возможно, сказать. Я скажу
I'm not
один
familiar
раз.
with all the staff yet.
Блин, это
Perhaps
прям
you could
реально,
help
если
me.
это была
Brilliant
плачная реклама,
professionals.
она была
Most
бы
of
супер эффективной.
Dr. Swansea
Игра
has a
называется
gift
Age of Magic.
for recruiting talent.
Most of them. Is there a problem I should know
Первый.
about, nurse?
It would be inappropriate for me to speak ill of a colleague.
Да. В общем,
Is there anyone
нет,
that
это
stands out?
еще раз
Well,
повторю.
I have never
Ну,
met
если
someone
он
as
хорошо знает,
dedicated as Dr. Tibbets. He should be a standard for us all here.
Переводить
If only he were younger.
Why should his age be a problem?
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself to the
Лептин,
limits.
спасибо за 4 месяца. Акси
He just
122 за
doesn't know when to stop and
33,
get some
спасибо, мистер
rest.
Грин. Также благодарю вас.
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me. Anything you say will be held in confidence.
No. I may disagree with some conduct, but in the end, everybody is doing their best.
Да, Лёх, что на Дарквиллу первый?
How are things?
Not
У меня есть, смотри, 6 там
I'm not
гусиков,
familiar.
Brilliant,
Most
it would...
денег. Я не знаю, где их потратить.
Why does Dr. Tippett claim you're the main reason he keeps working, despite his fatigue?
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have left the Pembroke years ago.
Dr. Tippett does not think of you as just a nurse anymore, does he?
If you're suggesting he's not taking my gender into consideration when it comes to medical practice and knowledge, I really hope he doesn't.
Так, Кейнджел, спасибо большое за подписку.
Goodbye.
Не, я не знаю, вот стрим
Call me
очень
if
тупой,
you need
ничего не понятно. Достал ружье и выстрелил. Мимо башни с часами. Непонятно, он выстрелил мимо башни с часами, скорее всего. Сколько месяцев в году имеет 28 дней? Кстати, я уверен, есть люди, которые знают, сколько дней в каждом месяце. Ну, вообще бокс в каждом. Но я же всегда смотрю, когда заканчивается месяц, если 31 это число, 30 и так далее. Сколько месяцев в году? Ну да, типа 12. Чат прав. Чат умен, стример нет.
Good evening, Dr. Tippett.
Dr. Reed, any...
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think about preserving your strength.
No. We must keep on healing all those poor souls. We are the last rampart before chaos. Once more, unto the breach.
Так. Можно, мне кажется, пробовать купить цирклетик.
Your attitude is irresponsible, Doctor. Believe me, I've seen so many medical errors caused by exhaustion during the war.
You're right. This is a war, Dr. Reed. And I don't intend to surrender.
Блин, я не знаю, что купить. Куплю цирклетку.
You're exhausted.
No,
Your attitude.
you're right.
Ну не ори на меня. Знаешь, как сложно, когда давят.
Ты себе задел на какой-нибудь талисман.
На 0 так не хочу.
You're exhausted.
No,
Your attitude.
you're right.
Вард. Вот, отлично. И центрю еще возьму. Вот так вот, пошли вы нахер.
И ветку добери, вместо тэпки положи.
И ветку доберу.
Goodbye, Doctor.
Вместо тебя. На линию поставлю, выращу. Когда ты умрешь.
Я ее съем.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed, the new surgeon.
Your name has no meaning to me, mortal.
Там, наверное,
I beg your pardon.
What are you begging for, mortal? My clemency?
You keep calling me mortal. Why is that?
Андрюха, а мы идем туда?
Well,
Да.
Dr. Reed.
Не, в смысле...
Активный игрок, серьезно, главное.
Активный игрок.
Смотри, ПК там. Здесь Леон будет.
Здесь смотри,
And why do you believe you're a vampire?
I don't need to believe anything. It is what I am.
А что ты не помогаешь? Не помогай мне. Ну и не надо. Помогать.
I see. Have you ever...
Never.
It-
Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and petty mortal.
Я могу на
You
дурачка
can't even
попробовать
begin to
поставить вард, авось прокнет. Смотрю, точнее. Ладно, не буду. Я же не дурачок, правильно?
Stand the concept of immortality. And you think it is I who am
Что это, блядь, было? Ой,
Please, describe to me how you feel. What is it like to be a vampire?
I can hear my body crumble from the inside as my
Вот,
flesh
значит,
cracks
бачу
and
на
fades.
информацию о
I
вижу.
sense the last pulse of
Подожди,
postulant blood
бачу на
within
информацию о
my
вижу.
drying
Блядь,
veins.
ты поворотился.
I need new blood.
Дальше бачу на информацию. Вот сейчас, стреляй в меня. Леон, стреляй. Ну дай мне.
I'm assuming you must be a patient here. Am I right in this house?
It's only a cover to hide from my enemies. I can leave whenever I want. As a woman, a spirit, fog,
Мы,
or
мне кажется,
bat.
под тавером будем сейчас просто стоять.
Это нормально. Если рейнджа добивать, то...
Who are these enemies you mentioned? Can you describe them?
I cannot say for sure.
Решил
I
подраться
sense
с
their
ней.
eyes on me from nearby. I feel them watching me every time I visit the garden near the morgue.
The staff
Я
here
знал, я
are
знал,
not your
что
enemy.
злодей.
They're here to help you, to care for you.
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white. I'm speaking of the men and women who hunt
Мне кажется,
me.
надо разжечь.
For I am a vampire.
I see.
В форме.
Don't worry. These people will not find you here. I'll personally make sure they leave you alone.
Thank you, mortal. But do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Я помогу тебе.
Бля, я без топорика иначе хочу.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from being a vampire.
Is that not enough for you, puny mortal? What do you require? Proof of my powers?
I'm curious to know who you were before becoming a vampire.
That was such a long time ago, I don't remember. Centuries of unholy life can have strange effects on one's minds, you see?
Ну такое, а ты куда?
Слушай.
Что? Ты чё вылазишь сейчас?
I'll leave you, Mistress of the
Я его
Dark,
депрессую.
to your nocturnal activities.
Daily routine.
Почему он в первую кнопку не юзает?
Андрюх, ну что, на третий, может, въедем в кого-нибудь?
Ну мы в Леоне можем.
Можем.
Смотри, видишь, он не может ничего.
Правда, бы за сапогом как-то дойти бы.
Да не, на самом деле куда. Ну блин, некродет, который не нажал ни разу дэшки, это очень слабый игрок.
Он дать, Делбич. Я не понимаю,
Смотри,
почему
я его
он делал.
развял на все говно. Ты, блядь, ты такое пропустил, это просто шок.
Так, Андрюх, ну мне надо как-то в
Улетела хуйня.
Но...
А мы можем этого запинать?
Хорошая информация.
Один крип
Пробовать. Ты любишь, что ли?
магазин
Да чё ты
попасть.
стреляешь в меня? Леон, я сильнее, чем ты, я фея.
Братишка. У меня копье через секунду.
Все, я не сдержался.
Давай.
Я душу его дальше, ничего не боюсь.
Нормально, нормально. Давай, давай, давай.
Крипов попробовать, я не успел.
Я это, с
Хочу
ботинками
вырезать, парни.
стик.
Блин, как же я лицо ломаю, это жесть.